So, Brian, my name's Terri Sullivan. I'm one of the co-founders of Waypoint Converts, and Peggy's joining me today. She's our head of partnerships. We do these webinars once a month so people can come in and learn about our products, but not do it in a heavy stress, sales focused way, but just learn about what we do. So, what I generally do is just go through the presentation. I go through it pretty quick. We're always happy to stay on for questions. I did check out your website before you jumped on as well. I went through the registration list and, feel free to have questions. But I'll go ahead and I'll jump right in. I'll introduce the company and get rolling here. So, like I said, this presentation is really set up to let you know who we are, what we do, how we do it. I'm also going to share some data from 2024 and then some data-driven use cases as well. So our mission as a company is we want to help you improve your revenue by helping sales and marketing have more qualified and data-rich digital leads, whether it's from your website or your landing pages. Um, I would say that about 90% of our business is our senior living providers, but we have a new product that we've built specifically for franchise home care providers and also group homes and small personal homes. More budget friendly, still has the power of the navigator, so I'll talk about that. And then the way we do that is through some tools that we have that engage your website visitors and help convert them into your sales funnel. So that's where we live and where we focus every day. So our mission really as a whole is to help you increase engagement on your website, not only just the website itself, but the content, and then also converting into your sales funnel by increasing the quality of leads and visits. In your case, it may not be visits, it might be a home visit. Improve website user experience, reduce website drop off through the additional engagement. And then we like to help our customers optimize with the data. So we look at the data, we meet with our customers once a month, and we determine how can we make this better. And we have like a hospice provider. How do we improve upon the hospice provider? If we have a senior living provider, how do we improve upon their conversions? We like to augment your team and be an extension of your team. And then our pride really is we like to work with your other partners. So if you have digital marketing agencies, pay-per-click advertising agencies, or vendors or consultants, we like to work together with you to help because what they do, they drive the traffic, right? Our tool sits on the website and converts in the leads, and ideally that ecosystem is really important. So our solution has really four different, I would say, elements to it. One is our website assistant. It's really configurable. It's built to engage your website visitors and help them on their search process, no matter where they are in the sales funnel. We also have high converting digital smart forms that can be used from our website assistant or be linked behind a button or embedded into a page. Really high conversion rates. We also have a fully conversational AI assistant now that we train on your business, and that any consumer or any visitor to your website will actually be able to ask any question they want, and then we can test it to make sure that we're getting everything we need and that it's trained well. So that's our AI assistant, and then we have analytics dashboard. It doesn't matter what you put on your website if you can't measure it and know if it's working, that's a challenge. So we really are a data-driven company. Most importantly is we really partner. I think one of our differentiators from anyone else in the market is, you're not going to put in $9.99 and get a chatbot that sits on your website. We're part of your team. We're helping augment and build something that makes sense. We like to think we are an extension of your team and we're invested in your growth and helping you win. So I'm going to go through the four products and I'm going to do a live demo so you can see it. But we have a navigator. This is a configurable website, I would say concierge or assistant or menu if you want to keep it really simple. You can have any call to action you want on these. They're completely configurable to your brand. They're super easy to install on your website, up to 8 different places. Just about everything you can see here is customizable, and we have a ton of different settings. So we can really work with our clients to make sure it works for them. super easy to install, and you can make changes on our back end. It goes live on the website. It's really simple, or we make the changes. And then, of course, this full tracking for analytics. We want to know what people are clicking on, and what works for them. So, the second part of our product is what we call our digital smart forms, or our pro forms. These are forms that are intent driven. They pop right up when someone clicks on the button, almost like the form, kind of the chat style form that you're using now, but they only have one option, right? They click on it, they put in their name, and then they have one option to convert, and they type a question. Where our product is more focused on what are the ways that you want people to convert in, help them with the decision process, let them click on that button. Up will pop one of our pro forms. It'll capture the lead, it'll send it to you via email or text, and potentially your CRM, depending on what you use. For us, we also track in Google Sheets. There's plenty of ways to track leads and track ROI. But at the end of the day, for us, it's about how do we create something that's customizable, intent driven, supports the sales or the admissions people, and then also gives them the data they need, but also empowers the consumer to choose how they want to engage with your company next. They want to download some information. Do they want to schedule a visit with someone? Do they want to just speak to an advisor? All right, would they? It's about really giving them options. Higher intent leads. So we also have a lifestyle quiz, which is it's really more of a survey with pictures and images. It engages someone who may not be ready to speak to a salesperson yet, but they're willing to engage with your brand, captures all kinds of great data, converts it into your sales funnel, has a customizable landing page so you can send them to more content, to testimonials, to downloadable guides. It really is more of a journey. It is a lead capture, and they tend to be higher quality leads, and they tend to either move in or use services more. But at the end of the day, it's really about engaging that person, not getting them to leave the website, even if they're not ready to speak with somebody, but engaging them in some type of fun, easy to use way. And we've built this so if it's the older adult coming, they can do it. If it's a family member, they can do it. Like it's very, very simple, very easy. And then the other thing that we have, which is really on the higher end of innovation, is we have a full conversational AI assistant, which I mentioned earlier. It's completely trained on your business, your content, your documents, your location, the zip codes you serve, et cetera, et cetera. And it is true AI conversational. It's gated and closed, so the AI agent only accesses your data. It's fully trained by us with your FAQs, any downloadable brochures you have. We could put text inputs in, link inputs, and it's really about giving that person, if they're comfortable using AI, the ability to go in and ask any question they want. But ultimately, we want them to convert into your sales funnel. So, really important. And then notifications. So if somebody converts in using our AI agent or our forms, it automatically sends you an email notification, or a text notification, or both. It's completely up to you. And then, as I mentioned, depending on what CRM you have, we may or may not have that integration in place already, but we can as long as they have an open API. We do, I think we integrate with over 10 or 12 CRMs that serve the senior care space. And here are some of the products and services that we integrate with. So we have our CRM and marketing automation platforms that we integrate with, and we can also integrate other products that are used within the senior care industry into our product. So if you decided you wanted to have a 24/7 live chat operator available to speak with anybody that came to your website at any time, we partner with Chuvo Leads. They have a pay per converted qualified lead model. So they're there 24/7 to answer questions, and that can be built right into our navigator, which is very cool because you could really customize the navigator to be what you want it to be. So I'm going to just quickly show you a real demo of a live site. This demo is actually a senior living provider, but it gives you an idea of how our product works. So down here on the right-hand side, there is a small, and this can auto pop or not auto pop. It also has this beautiful slider right here. So when it pops, What it does is it gives the website visitor multiple options for engaging with your product. So if you wanted to keep just a chat, you could have the chat. You can have our AI assistant, which automatically pops up and gives them the opportunity to engage with the AI, or you could even connect them to a real person. So it's a very versatile product. Also, our pro forms are highly versatile. They're completely customizable. And as you can see, I visit the site. I want to go ahead and get pricing and brochure. I click on it. The form is there. I don't have to go anywhere else. So you know that philosophy because you're already using it with your basic contact catch-all form. And then we also have, of course, our lifestyle quiz, which is really focused on, and this is completely customizable. This one is for senior living, but they can be stick figure images, like icons, completely customizable from beginning to end. And then we have here a schedule a visit. So we have a full scheduler. You can schedule a visit with our product, and it does send the sales team a notification with an eCal invite attached to it. And you'll see this pop-up message. We're actually changing this a little bit. This is because what we learned is when older adults and families come to the site, they may not hit the submit button. So we've created a new alert system, and then we're going to be updating that in the next 30 days as well. And then, of course, you can link out to anything, right? We want to get people out of the sales funnel and we want them to get to the careers page. We don't want them filling out the form, the catch-all form on the website. So how do we separate out true sales leads for your services versus someone who's a vendor, someone who's it's great to have a catch-all contact us form, but how do you direct people that really need your services into your sales funnel without doing that? So, and then lastly, all this Zoom meeting stuff is all in the way. Move this back over here. Okay. And then, so analytics, really important to us. We always want to see how our forms are converting in, numbers, conversion rates, completion rates, by location, to know by form, right? If it's working, we're getting leads, we're converting for you. We don't get the leads, we just take your traffic and convert them. So for us, it's really important for us to look at also the CTAs that your visitors are engaging with. What are they clicking on? Which ones are converting at the highest rate? Do we need to change the text on the button, et cetera, et cetera? So really, really important. We can also make changes on the fly to our product. On the back end, you tell us, you know what, I want to add a button. I got a special coming this month, whatever it might be, or I have an event. We can add it on temporarily and then take it off without touching your website code at all. And so for us, we look at sales and marketing as a full funnel opportunity, right? Every person that comes to your website isn't at the same place in their search journey. So you want to give them multiple options to engage, not just one way for them to engage and convert in. So we really built this product really thinking about full funnel and where they are. Tour or visit with someone always, of course, is at the bottom of the funnel. They're ready to make a decision. And I have some use cases I'm going to share. Speak to an advisor is above that. We find that any survey or lifestyle quiz is in the middle, just some type of a survey gets them engaged, even if they're not ready to speak with someone yet. Downloadable content, they're just educating themselves. And the sales assistant tends to be, the AI assistant tends to be more educational based, but it does convert. But we're finding it's more top of funnel. So we are covering the whole thing, right? Not just, hey, we want them to visit, well, we want them to talk to somebody. We need to be able to engage these people, capture those leads, and then be able to nurture them and have a database of potential prospects for a full funnel. So some of our stats, well, we're really proud of this, is form completion rates. We have some customers who see up to 90% form completion. Someone starts it, they finish. Our click to lead conversion rates, meaning they click on the navigator, they start a form, they convert in. We really see anywhere from 18 to 42%. On a basic contact us form, it's 3 to 5%. So, and we know that these leads are actually consumers looking for your products, not necessarily a vendor or someone else. And then we want to reduce bounce rates. How do we get people more involved with your website? Even if they do convert in, let's keep them on there. Let's bring them to testimonials. Let's bring them to content and create a journey for them. So they're learning more about your organization and you come up first for them when making a decision. So here are some of the companies we serve. As I mentioned, we do serve more senior living and independent living, assisted living, memory care. We do have some hospice. We do have some small group homes, beehive homes, and we do have a couple of home care operators. But well, we've released a new product, and if you have a minute when I'm done, I'd love to tell you about it. It's more focused on a lower price point for home care and any type of franchise. So I'd love to just run that by you at the end. And here's some data. So we love to collect data and we love to share that data out with our customers. So in 2024, the big change that we saw in our data is if you look at the two orange columns, these are the way people are engaging with the navigator and converting into the sales funnel. Downloadable guides, any type of resource is really top for customers right now. They want to educate themselves. It used to be the marketing was shorter, sales was longer because sales did the educating. Now it's consumers want to self-serve and they're self-educating. So what we figured out is by connecting those resources, besides getting people out of the sales funnel and into the careers funnel, resources is definitely the number one converting mechanism that we see across all of our customers with hundreds of thousands of data points. Our form completion rates on average, you can see by quarter here, 38%, 38%, 36%, 35%. And as I mentioned, we have some customers that go up to 90%, which is crazy. And they tend to be the customers that use our product in the most simplest way. I need to move this. Okay. Well, we also looked at conversions by day of the week across our entire portfolio. And I don't know what you see for your organization, but we definitely see Monday and Tuesday, the earlier in the week, are the highest converting days. And then it goes down as we go into the weekend. Um, or lead conversion by time of day, we definitely see that over 50% of all leads come in between 12 noon and 8 p.m. and 80% of all leads come in between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. So it could be adult children calling on their breaks during the day, et cetera. But this is the data that we're seeing across all of our customers in 2024. Lead conversion by month. Again, majority of this is senior living. I would say that it's pretty equal. January after the holidays, there's a slight uptick. May, maybe after Mother's Day sort of thing, there's a slight uptick. But in general, there's a consistency across the year, which we thought we would see more anomalies in that. So a couple of use cases. We like to work with our customers to improve upon what we do. So here we have customer charter senior living. We had thousands of people accessing their request pricing CTA and form. So we wanted to get those consumers more involved and deliver them some content. So with our pro forms, we created a downloadable financial guide option, and right now for Charter Senior Living across all 70 of their locations, 36.5% of all their leads come from their downloadable financial guide. So the customer is educated, they have more leads. It's really a win-win on both sides. This is skilled nursing, so we work with a lot of skilled nursing providers. They tend to be more bottom of the funnel. Potentially could be the same for home care. Is that most of the families probably need help now, or could be a spouse of someone looking for some help or an older adult. Basically, what we noticed is we had a get admissions ready button. Peggy had the idea to change that out to get help today and their conversions on their website went up 50% in just 2 weeks. So text can make a difference, language can make a difference, and thinking about where consumers are and where their head is at when they're searching for your products. So, for example, with senior living, if they're looking for independent living, they're probably not in a hurry, right? For assisted living and memory care, they could be very much in a hurry. For home care, I would say have something that's not as urgent, right? I want to learn, I'm here to learn, but having something where if somebody is in needs help now, having them some way, and then informing the admissions team or your sales team that, hey, you have a prospect that is really in need of help now, right? So a good way to separate those out. And then, like I said, they had a 50% increase in conversion. One of the challenges that senior living has is pricing. They are very shy about giving their pricing online. So we started using our pro forms to educate consumers on the pricing where it was starting at, so consumers could kind of self qualify. And then the leads that came in just were more qualified in general. And this worked out really well for our customer. And then this one is on our AI agent. So I mentioned this earlier, is that our AI agent, and I think the industry may not be thinking about it this way, but data is definitely showing it on our side, is that mainly consumers are using the AI agent just to ask questions. The AI agent can set a meeting, it can send information, it can take email information, all of that, but most people were just asking questions. So we went and added a form. You can see the get help today down at the bottom here, and then the request to visit form there. So while they're asking questions, if at any time they wanted to schedule an appointment with an advisor, or they wanted to visit, or they wanted to get help today, they could just click on that button and it would give them the opportunity to fill it out. So, and in that case, we saw 25% more conversions from the AI agent simply by adding that opportunity inside the AI agent to convert. So for us, it's really about learning from you, and then figuring out what we could do together. And in general, I think how we differentiate ourselves is we're definitely not a plug and play $9.90 form that sits on your website. We're definitely a partner. We have an elegant solution. It's really built for all ages. Whether it's the older adult in their early 80s can take our forms and fill them out super easily, or whether it's a family who wants to engage with AI, we give them that choice. It's also customizable, which most aren't fully customizable, meaning that you can have any call to action that you want on it, and you could call it whatever you want. You can link to another page, you can link to a form, you can use our forms. We can track true lead source through JavaScript buttons. I mean, it is really functionally very customizable. We do have the latest tech, so we are using ChatGPT 4.0 and the large language model in our AI assistant, and then we're flexible, right? So our products could be used behind a button on a landing page. We have some customers who do pay-per-click advertising and they use a separate navigator on their pay-per-click advertising pages, which has shown to capture more leads from anywhere from 47% to 204% increase in additional conversions from that landing page by not just giving them a form to fill out, by giving them a navigator with options of forms to fill out. And then we really believe in partnership. For us, it's about how do we help you? We like to have monthly meetings with our customers if they'll have us. Not all of them will have us that frequently, but we do like to be in touch and make sure that our product's working well. And we're very scalable. Our product starts at like $49.99 a month up to $300 a month. And we've just released a new product that's $19.99 a month that is called the Easy Navigator, and we're looking for people to pilot it with. So I don't know if that's something you might be interested in for your company, but I would love the opportunity to talk to you if you are. What we learned, and then I'll shut up and let you ask any questions that you want, is that companies like Care Right There, like your company, or because we were working with a lot of home care companies to test out our product, and they were telling us that our cost was too high based on their margins, right? So where senior living has higher margins, so it was more expensive. So we decided to create a product that would specifically help small group homes, small personal homes, home care, hospice. And we released it, I think it was mid-year last year, but we never truly went to market. Beehive Homes is using it and testing it on 20 locations, but we're looking for more pilot partners for it. But anyways, that's who we are and what we do, Brian, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have.
Sure. Earlier you showed the live web chat. Is that an AI as well?
No, you can have a choice to have a real operator. So we,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if you want a real operator answering calls for your on answering questions on your website, you can integrate that.
And then how does it differ to Go High Level, this program that you have?
How does it differ to what?
Go High Level.
Oh, Go High Level. I'm not familiar with Go High Level. What is Go High Level?
I think that's the program that we're using for our website to track
Oh,
down all.
I looked at your, here, let me go to your website. I looked at that before I got on the call, and I think I have it pulled up. Hold on one second. This is you right here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Go High Level here, this product.
Yes.
Okay.
That was created by Go High Level
Okay.
through Go High Level.
Great. I looked at the inspect code. When I jumped on early, I looked at the inspect code, but I couldn't find it right away. So I didn't know what product you were using. So I think the main difference for us is this is just a form, right?
Mhm.
One form. And for our in our product is our navigator, we can actually give you multiple forms with different call to actions, right? So this is a
Mhm.
catch-all for everything. Where in
Mhm.
our product, it's highly customizable and you can actually experiment with CTAs, right? So, being a home care agency, I imagine you get people that are just investigating. You get people that are at the bottom of the funnel and they need to speak with someone now. They may be desperate and need help. I'm sure you get a variety of people and you're the expert at that. You could tell me what those things are. But our navigator allows you to present multiple options to them, right?
Mhm.
Which makes it a little bit more comfortable for the consumer, right? It's not just a catch-all form, but it also helps direct the consumer in how to engage with your products in this very quick snapshot way. Now, tell me what you think about the success of utilizing the pop-up? Did you see an increase in conversions?
Actually, it should be our marketer is going to be here, but
Yeah.
I'm also affiliated with her. But I'm not sure about the results right now because we're trying to I think what we have was Grow Home Care Marketing, the one who's working on our
Okay.
website.
Great. All right. I would love to meet them. So, where we're going to market on this new product, I would love to meet with them. So it would be good to know whether you did see an increase in conversions utilizing the pop-up. We've had customers see a 200% increase. We've had some customers see a 50% increase and lead capture by utilizing our pop-up in our forms. So I think to answer your question, Brian, is that we're just more of a comprehensive solution built for senior care, and we give multiple options. So we could have instead of having just this little chat bot that's on the lower right-hand corner, you could have a navigator that has like four ways for a consumer to interact with your brand, right? It could
Hmm.
be get help today. It could be ask us a question. It could be set up a home visit, right? It's all up to you on the way those consumers convert into your sales funnel. And I think that's the power of what we built. We're probably the most unique solution out there serving this kind of it's mostly senior care that we've been passionate about, but clearly home care is for a lot of different people. But I think when somebody is looking for services like this, it may be the first time. And I think there's an anxiety level there. And I think at the end of the day, if you can set their anxiety level lower by quickly giving them a snapshot and giving them some options to download maybe a brochure, right? I'm top of the funnel. I'm just educating myself. Be able to speak with somebody right away, get help now. Like I need help now. Then they may read or not, maybe not go through your website, but they've converted into the funnel quickly, right?
Hmm.
Our product can then convert them, bring them back to the website to more content. So at the end, it can say, "Thank you for your interest in our company. Would you like to see testimonials, or would you like to take a look at, our blog, right?" So I think that there's an opportunity to build more of a journey than just have a form that captures. You already have forms on your website that capture, and this
Hmm.
one does the
Yeah.
same thing, right? It's just more
Hmm.
but I think you could engage more. I think you could build a better journey for $50 a month and have three or four alternatives for people to engage in and test it
Do
out.
you do SEO?
We don't do SEO. We're not a digital marketing agency, but interestingly, you asked that because we are entertaining and talking to a digital marketing agency that has expertise in personal homes, group homes, home care. It's more smaller boutique sort of thing where they would
Mm-hmm.
do an intro package. So we're trying to partner up because Brian, like last week, we do some outbound email marketing, and last week I got 15 leads from personal care homes that just don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to start, not just SEO, but getting their Google presence set up, right? And just making sure that the website has enough conversion mechanisms on it. I mean, the basics of basics. So we're trying to develop some partnerships to help these folks because there was a woman that was supposed to come today, Sunny. I was looking forward to meeting her. She has Sunny and Same assisted living. It's a small individual assisted living, and they're looking for the same thing. They're looking for support on that side. But no, unfortunately, we don't do that. Happy to connect
Mm-hmm.
you with somebody if you want to. Like
But
choice local, you know.
how does your product convert though?
Oh, simple. I mean, they're for here, let me show you a live one. Let me just go show you something. So you know how you have yours right now and it's just a form, one form,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is Maplewood. This would be the way I would suggest you use it. You can use full AI and you can use all that if you want to, but I would
Mm-hmm.
say you start simple, right? So for Maplewood, they just wanted to serve up 4 or 5 call to actions to their website visitors, right? And if you
Mm-hmm.
want to schedule a tour, literally we convert very similar to your forms. We just convert in multiple ways. I don't want to mess up their analytics. So I'm not going to go too far, but they can
Mm-hmm.
schedule the visit, right? They can do all of this. And then you can even ask a few more questions. So you're
Mm-hmm.
empowering the sales team to know a little bit more about this person, right? It doesn't matter that this is senior living, it's all the same thing. Once they fill out those forms and we can make anything required or not required, you hit that submit button, it sends a
Mm-hmm.
lead to you immediately, right? Via
Mm-hmm.
email, and it's going to say, this person wants to schedule a visit with somebody, or this person needs a phone call right away, or this person downloaded a brochure, right? So you know that the person who downloaded the brochure, they're just investigating, but it's a lead, right? The
Mm-hmm.
person who wants to speak with an advisor, they're probably hotter. The person who wants to schedule a visit to their home, they're really hot, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think at the end of the day, it's really about intent driven and also guiding the consumers to what call to actions you'd like them to take,
Oh, okay.
right? So that's really our differentiator. It's not fancy, but it works,
Mm-hmm.
right? It just does. It works. So you could put our navigator on your website. You could put 3 or 4 call to actions on there, and then you can see how it converts in at different call to actions. So,
So your product is like an add-in or an add-on for our website, something like that.
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
correct. So in the back end, I'll just show you real quick, is this is a navigator for Beehive Homes that they use, right? So anytime you could look at a full demo of it and test it on our back end. My window's a little skewed because of the way I'm sharing my presentation. Um, but at the end of the day, here's the editor, right? And then down here is the code. So you drop this code into the header of your website. Our navigator pops up. You could go in and change the settings if you want, right? So all
Mm-hmm.
the settings are here. The editor is here. You can change the color of the buttons. You can change what they say. You can change what they link to. But yeah, we would give you a recommendation on the way to set it up, the best way
Mm-hmm.
based on our data, and then you could tweak as you go, see if it works.
And your AI only focuses on chat.
Our AI is full conversational AI. You
Mm-hmm.
can include it on your navigator if you'd
But
like.
through chat.
Nope, nope.
Oh, you also have phone calls for
It's
AI voice.
we don't have AI voice right now. That will be probably something we add in the future. Have you seen
Okay.
any products that are doing that well?
I believe that is something that we're looking for right now
So you're looking for
for
AI,
AI voice.
AI voice. Yeah.
So, for example, if they go to our website, there will be a picture of a person there who they can converse with.
Yeah.
I believe someone already set up a meeting for a presentation for that one. I
Okay.
thought it was this one.
Oh, you thought that was this one.
Yeah.
Ah, no, we don't have we do use a product that's AI driven that does have a head um
Oh,
avatar.
okay. It's like an
But
animation. Yeah.
yeah, but I haven't seen anybody serving this space yet who's doing it well with talking head. I
Voice.
know
Mm.
that they call it cloning. I think they call it cloning,
Yeah.
where they take a picture of the person, the actual salesperson
Hmm.
or the owner of the company, whatever you want, and then the avatar will answer the questions. Um,
Hmm.
I think it would be very expensive, but I don't know that
Yeah.
for sure. We haven't seen that in this space very much, but
Hmm.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist. And maybe I just haven't seen it yet. So if you see it, I'd love to learn about it because it's something I think would be the next phase of our product,
Yeah.
you know?
Eventually.
Hmm. I don't know if the industry is ready for it yet. We have AI and we have only a small percentage of our customers using conversational AI. It makes them
Hmm.
nervous, you know? So then it's not very innovative in the senior housing space, you know.
Yeah.
But they're getting better. I mean, it's definitely getting better since the pandemic. They're changing. They're
But you will be sending me a recording for this meeting,
sure.
right?
Yeah, happy
Because
to.
I'll be showing it to our marketer
No problem.
to
I'm happy
review.
to. Yeah, happy to. And if they ever want to get a meeting set up, the thing with our product is it's really configurable. So if
Hmm.
if we know about a use case, then we can figure it out. We don't have AI voice or AI
Hmm.
video voice in yet,
Hmm.
but it's definitely on the product map.
Okay.
Okay?
Perfect.
All right. Well, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for your time.
Thank you as well.
All right. Have a good
Thank
one.
you, Peggy. Thank you,
Thanks for
Terry. Bye bye.
joining. Bye, Brian.